Please be seated.
Hello, Your Honor. This is the case of Kirk versus Antwine.
Thank you, Jerome.
You're welcome.
Good day, everyone.
Good day, Your Honor.
Mr. Kirk,
Yes,
you
Your Honor.
claim you had a fling with Ms. Antwine and she became pregnant.
Correct.
Now, when you confronted her about her pregnancy, you say she told you that you were not the father of her baby.
That is the truth, Your Honor.
Now you say she's changed her tune.
Yes.
Now, Ms. Antwine, you state that you do indeed believe Mr. Kirk is the father of your son. You argue that when you told him you were having his child, he ran off, got married, and started a family with another woman.
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, we'll meet Mr. Kirk's wife in just a few moments. Now, Mr. Kirk, why are you so sure you're not the biological father of Miss Antwine's son?
Well, when I confronted her, Your Honor, she told me that there was no possibility that she was pregnant, or if she was, that the baby would even be mine. So, of course, I believed it, going off to college to go on and do my other thing. Plus, at the same time, I heard rumors about her, possibly sleeping around with my neighbor, probably even getting with my brother. There was a lot of things that actually happened within that situation.
So take me back just a little bit. You were in a relationship. Was it a committed relationship, or you just dating? What was it?
Your Honor, when me and him started talking, he stated to me that supposedly that we were just flinging around. Now,
Yes, Your Honor.
from what I was told, I told him straight up, I don't know about this whole fling thing. From what we built,
Your Honor, that's a
we
lie.
were messing around like every day, 24/7, every night. It was like there was no time to cheat for no one.
So you felt like this was the makings of a relationship,
Yes.
a committed relationship?
Yes, Your Honor.
But you did not, Mr.
No,
Kirk.
I didn't feel at all that it was, I thought it was just, look, hey, we was just trying to, act like grown folks doing what we do. All right, obviously she had feelings within the relationship, which I don't blame her, but
Did
shoot.
you have any feelings?
Sexually,
Blame
yes.
me. Blame
So
me.
you had no desire to be in a committed relationship with
At
her?
the time, no, I didn't. That's why I also was messing around with other females around the apartments.
Okay, y'all getting around.
Basically,
Yeah.
Your Honor, slept with my best friend, one of my friends, that I went to her house and talked to every day. Yes, Your Honor, he did that.
And he's acknowledging, yes, he did that.
Yeah, he
Yes,
did that.
I admit I did it.
Ms. Antwine, you felt like you all were together so much there was no time to cheat, and yet
I don't
he
even know
had
how
time
he
to
found
cheat.
time. I don't even know how he did it.
Well, do you feel like if he made time, he maybe feels like you made time as well?
He might feel that way because, of
Yes.
course, he's a cheater. Once he left, like 2 months later, I had got with someone else.
Before I even left, you were with. So how can you tell me that?
Yes, I might have been with him, but we wasn't having sex at the time.
That's a darn lie. I know
Okay.
everything that was up on
Okay.
that boy's mind. Come
Okay.
on now.
Well, you go ahead and
So,
believe
Mr.
it.
on now.
Kirk, hold on. So it's your contention that Ms. Antwine was with this other gentleman before you even left for college, and you knew that,
Yes.
and you believe that relationship was sexual.
Yes.
So in your mind, during the time that she says she conceived this child, she was sleeping with the both of you.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, I had that doubt, that he wasn't mine, because she told me that he wasn't. I believed that I was sterile. I tried to have, a child with my ex-girlfriend before her for like 6 months, and it never just happened. So I thought that I couldn't even have no kids. That's another reason why I didn't believe that the child
But
was
you
mine.
Girlfriend
say
is
you
different than
have
me.
children with your current
Yes,
wife.
I have children with my current wife.
So
and
once
stuff
you
like-
realized you weren't sterile, did you dip back and contact Miss Antwine and say,
Well-
hey, guess what? I'm not sterile and Carmelo might be my child.
I didn't do it like that. My mom ended up telling me, look on Facebook. There's a picture of Shay's baby. So I looked up on there, and truly, I didn't see any kind of connection between me or him.
Why? Because my baby has green eyes?
Yeah, because he has green
Exactly.
eyes.
My
He's a
dad
little
has
bit...
green eyes. Thank you.
All right, well, you know what? I didn't know that, all right?
I told you that.
You know what?
I told you that.
You didn't tell me
yes,
that.
Yes, I did.
You didn't
I
tell
even
me
have
that.
a picture of my dad. What do you mean? I told you that. I even told your mom that your
So
mom
you
was there
looked
to
at
support
Carmelo
me.
and you
All
felt
right.
like this doesn't resemble me, this isn't my son.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Antwine, you say he has never met Carmelo.
No.
If she would have came with me
And I
straight
told
from the
him
jump,
before,
like,
I
Eric,
told him
this
before
baby
that.
might be yours, then I would have stayed
told
out
him
there in
before
Dallas
that,
and I would have
before
took
he
care of
went and
her
started the family.
and the child.
As soon as you left, what did you do? Find another woman. Quick, fast, in a hurry. Didn't even worry about it.
That's because I didn't think that me and you were ever really even gonna see each other, that we even had a child together. So what did you expect me to do, Shay?
Okay, just like when you left, what did you expect me to do when I found out I was pregnant? Wait on you?
Maybe tell me and be like, Eric, look. All right, look.
I told you.
All right, yes.
What did you do? You went and built another family. Did I build anything? I had to raise my son 3 years by myself. Did you help build anything with me?
You know what? No. You know what? Look.
No.
Look,
I don't want to.
Miss Antwine, you know, I need to ask you. You are taking into account he went on with his life because he didn't know you were pregnant. His actions in terms of moving on, going to college, and, you know, in fact, starting a new relationship, he didn't think there was anything tying you two together. You understand that, don't you?
Yes, ma'am.
If there was a possibility of the child being mine, then of course I want to be there. I want the child to know me, you know.
Evidently not. It's been 4 years.
But you know what? I'm not trying to waste no more years. If this child is mine, I am trying to be there for the rest of his life. All right?
Mr. Kirk, your wife is actually joining us today by video conference.
Yes.
All right, it's Miss Hanley. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
So we are discussing this issue that relates to your husband and Ms. Antwine and little Carmelo. If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. Now, were you aware that your husband could potentially have a son by Miss Antwine when you met him?
No, not when I met him, no.
How soon after your relationship began did he make you aware of that?
I would have to say it was, 5 months when I was pregnant with my daughter.
And he told you then?
Yeah, and that's when he told me. He told me he didn't know if he was the father of that child.
Do you have any evidence to the contrary? Do you know anything about Miss Antwine that would suggest that this child was not your husband's?
I've never talked to Miss Antwine or anything like that, so I was, like I said, I was aware of this when I was pregnant with my daughter. I never knew nothing about any of this.
Wait, so you have no idea
No.
if your husband fathered her son? No idea?
None, not at all.
What kind of man is that?
All right, Mr. Kirk, let me go back to you.
Yes.
What are your doubts, ultimately?
Like I said, you know, she told me that there was no chance that the child was mine. She was sleeping around from what I heard.
From what you heard?
Yes, from what I heard. I wanted to go off to college and also be able to, you know, live my life.
But did you go?
And, yes, I did go.
Did you succeed?
And then, you know, on top of that, my dad's over here telling me she ain't nothing but just a little ghetto girl, you know, a little project, little whore. Excuse my language.
Hold on.
But
let's refer to
If that's the case,
people
you was
respectfully.
in the same place I was.
all right, yes, you know what? So it was just both some little project. But
Okay, so
anyway,
there you
so
go.
look, from what my
Since
dad
I'm a
was telling me,
project
he was
girl.
like, look, you need to get a test up on the child because I think that she's just trying to catch you up because she sees the potential in you to be able to become better.
Potential?
Yes, potential.
Potential?
Potential.
Potential, all I see is a big lie.
All right, yeah.
That's all I see.
Oh, you see it's just
'Cause
the past, that's all you see.
So-
no past, because evidently, if it was so much potential, you would have the decency and courtesy to still not be trying to talk to me while you have a wife.
Really? Mr. Kirk, is that true?
Yes, that is true. You know what?
Oh.
I'm trying to build a relationship with this woman. You
Miss
know,
Hanley,
because
did you know that? Miss Hanley, did you know that?
I did not know he was sitting here
Yes,
trying to
every
get
day.
with her.
How you doing? I love you. I miss you. I want to see you and my son. I want to be with y'all. We can do
And
this
he's
together.
nodding his
I
head
have my evidence
affirmatively.
and everything,
yes.
Your Honor. All of it.
I ain't gonna lie to you. You know?
How come you
Look,
didn't say nothing
look,
before then? How
look,
come
both
you didn't
of
say
these
nothing
women
before
right
then?
here,
No,
that
no,
one
no,
right
no,
there,
you
and
don't
that
let
one
me
right
speak.
there.
You
If
are
they
gonna
are
let
the
me speak.
speak.
I was not aware of any of those messages. He never told me about any of those messages. The only way I found out was because he texted his mom and told his mom that he was going to go out to Texas to go be with Shay.
But Miss Hanley, you did hear him just acknowledge in this courtroom that everything.
I heard it in his mouth today. He never told me about any of them messages.
And you supposed to be such a
Wait
husband.
a minute.
I
So,
told you
Mr.
about
Kirk,
it.
when you were, hold on, Mr. Kirk, when you were reaching out to Miss Antwine, was this because you wanted to be a father, you wanted to try again, or you wanted to be with her and your son?
I wanted to be with her and my son
Oh,
because
but I'm
of the
a
simple
project
fact-
girl. I'm a
All
project
right.
girl. Just remember that.
You know what? All right, yes.
Remember
Look,
that. I'm a
look.
project girl, but all of a sudden you want to be with me.
Yeah,
but
you know
you
what?
sending me these messages.
Yeah.
You texting me all these text messages about, I see you as the
Is
woman
that
you are. and I'm
evidence? Hold
calling-
on now, Miss
Yes,
Antwine.
that
Is that
is.
evidence you're
Yes,
reading
ma'am.
from?
Yes, it
Yes,
is.
Please
Your Honor.
pass it up here. Jerome, will you hand me that folder?
Thank you.
It's all true. You ain't even got to read it. I could tell you myself, Your Honor.
Well, I'll let you know if I have to read it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I can see me being in love with you. I saw it, but then I was young and didn't know how to deal with it. I see you as the woman you are, and I'm falling more in love with it every day.
Are you serious, Eric?
Yeah, I
Serious?
thought that.
Serious.
How can you do that? You sorry, I didn't mean to cuss, but that's wrong. That is
If you
very
say
wrong.
so.
These
you
are
gonna let our
messages that
daughter
I'm
know
reading,
this
Miss
is okay?
Hamlin.
Yeah. And
If you
You
say
gonna
so.
show this to our daughter and let our daughter know that this is okay? You got me.
I mean,
you got me messed up.
Your
For
Honor,
real.
at the same time, I don't want to
You
be
got
with
me
Eric.
messed
Like,
up
she
for
can
real,
have
because
him
this is
totally.
wrong.
I just want him to be there for his
You're not
son.
getting ready to do my kids
That's
like
all I
this.
wanna do.
and
Mr.
for
Kirk,
you
I
to
gotta
just
ask you something. Your wife is sitting here, and she has no clue that you've been sending these messages to Ms. Antwine.
She knows that I've been talking to Shay. I mean,
No,
And
you're
you're
supposed
supposed
to
to
be
be
all right,
such a
not.
husband.
all right, hold on.
Tell
Can
me
I
about
can I
any
speak?
of these messages,
You were
Eric. You're not
talking
getting
to
ready sit here
her
and lie on me like
as it
that.
relates to
I don't
Carmelo
like
and maybe
that.
trying to see your child or
Why would I
care-
tell her about that right now?
Because that's your
What-
wife.
You know what? No, me and her are going through our problems.
That's your wife. That don't matter.
All right,
That's
yeah,
your
you know what?
wife.
That's
your
my
wife.
wife.
That's
That's
your
my wife,
wife.
all right?
That's
But
your
you know
wife.
what?
Y'all supposed
But
to
you know-
tie vows, be there between thick and thin,
how can I
rough
when
and
she
tough,
won't be there for
whatever it
me?
is.
How
Y'all
can
was
I when
supposed to
she
be
won't
there.
be there for me?
Hold
So
on,
you
let's
know
get
what?
this
I'm
in order.
leaving.
Let's get this in order. Jerome, I think this is a first. The mother of the child is arguing with the would-be father about his current wife. This is a first.
Yes, because it's,
She's telling you that's your wife and that you need to respect her.
that's wrong.
Hey,
That's your
I
wife.
respect you, but you know what? You should have stuck by my side.
Not with all the stuff that you putting me through. No, you're not getting ready to put my kids
See,
through it
you
either.
continue to,
And you're
you
not
continue
getting
to
ready to
judge me
put
off
Shay
the
through
past,
it or
just
Melly
like
through
her.
it either.
All right, but you won't let me take responsibility for my future
you're not
when I'm
going to
trying
because
to.
you will never
I've
be
been
like
trying to
that.
be good with you.
You just sitting here lying to me, still lying to me, and saying that you're not talking to her, but she's sitting here telling me you are. Come on now, clean up your life. Clean up your life.
I told you
Clean
I
up
was talking to her.
everything.
All right, Miss
That's what you need to
Hanley,
do.
unfortunately, everything that Ms. Antwine accused your husband of, he admitted. So we don't even have to argue with the fact because he says it's true. And it's unfortunate, and I am sorry you had to hear it here. However, this courtroom is a place where we encourage people to bring their secrets, their struggles, their shame, the things that they're holding back, and get everything on the table. So for that reason, I'm at least glad you know this.
I'm glad I know now, and thank you, Shay, for telling me. And thank you, Judge, for helping
And
me
now
also.
since we are...
And he wants us together, Your Honor, as like a sister wives thing. He wants us all together as a big happy family.
And he's nodding
He
yes
wants
to that.
everybody together with all the
Look,
kids.
all right,
and
let me explain the
all
reason
of
why I
that.
want
How can
this.
you do
All
that?
right, just imagine it. Three
How can you
parents
manage
within
that?
one
How can you
household.
manage that?
Can you
You're not
imagine
gonna
the
be
bills
able to
being
manage
split?
that. How
Can
can
you
you
imagine the
manage
things
that?
that we could get for the kids? All right, look,
Your Honor,
look,
am I-
look at the
Mr.
story of Abraham.
Mr. Kirk, turn around. Turn around,
Look,
turn around,
look,
turn
look,
around.
look
Now,
at- look at the
address the
story.
court. You're not running the circus here. You're not the ringmaster.
Okay, well, they doing me.
What
So I
is
just
this
had to let
dream?
them know. I just had to let them know. But look at the story of Abraham on how he had both of
There
his
you go with
families.
Abraham.
May I?
There
May
you
I?
go with Abraham.
May I?
You can
May
listen
I?
to this, Your
May
Honor.
I?
Listen to this.
All right, look,
Listen to
this
this.
man was able to
Miss
take.
Hanley, let's get some order.
Come
Miss
on now, you
Hanley.
have not put a dime in my pocket.
Miss
You have not
Hanley.
even checked on your kids or nothing. Your daughter called me crying last night asking why her daddy
You
didn't
set her
want her
off
no
now.
more. Come on.
Miss Hanley, just give me a moment. We're going to get to the results. I know you're upset. I know you're upset. Mr. Kirk, I don't even think I'm going to delve any further in this wish you had.
No problem, because I know they
I
won't
don't
either.
think either woman is apt to
I know.
participate.
I know. I just brought the idea up to them. They said no. I said okay, fine, leave it
Why would you even bring the idea up?
Well, maybe because I felt like it would have been
Because you
better if
felt
we
like
would have
you could
all
be
been
like the people
together.
in the Bible, like
No.
Abraham and David and them? and have like 3 or 4, 5 wives? No.
Man.
We are not back in
Look,
3000 BC.
look.
no more.
all I'm
Let's
saying
get
is-
some order. Let's get some order.
Yo, may I tell?
No, Mr. Kirk, I can honestly say I don't want to hear you say another word right now. You trying to get 2 wives, you can't even take care of the 1 child. I don't understand what your mind is thinking, but it's not logical. I want to go to the results. Jerome? Thank you.
You're welcome.
These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics and they read as follows. In the case of Kirk versus Antwine, when it comes to the paternity of 3-year-old Carmelo Royal, Mr. Kirk, you are the father.
Thank you. Thank you. Since I'm a project girl, thank you, Your Honor, so much. Thank you for all your help, because I've been through too much with this, not even, this little boy all
Almost
these
four,
years.
4 years?
Yes, I was there to support him, even when he was with his wife.
Sure
Hey,
was, I'll admit
Shay,
it.
you can go on and take my number if you want to, and we can talk, and I'll help you with your son.
Thank you. Thank
Forget
you.
him.
Because
I'll
I wanted
help you
to
with
talk to
your
you
son.
personally myself.
All right, well, may I meet my son?
Mr. Kirk,
You got your answer.
it
You had me
seems
come
like
way
your
out here.
sister wives just became sisters in here.
All
Are
right,
you
well, hey.
nervous?
All right, well, hey, at least they
Nothing,
working
man.
together somehow. At least they're working together somehow, but may I see my son now?
Listen, before you meet your son, I have to say to you, you got 2 women here who are the mothers of your children. Now, they about to talk and probably try to figure out how they're going to raise your children
Without
so
you.
that they don't end up acting like you. You're a grown man. One thing I do know is you're silly, but you're not stupid. So you know. And you don't know that I'm one of those judges. I'm going to follow up. I'm going to call you.
All right.
No excuses. High expectations of you. I will see you in chambers. Court is adjourned.
Thank you. Can I get a hug?
Hey, man. You guys sit down. How you feel?
In a way, I'm happy, but at the same time, I'm very emotional. Because it took this long for me to have to go through all of this. It was just too much.
But isn't he worth it?
Yeah, it was. That's why I came out here, because
Exactly.
my son is worth it all.
That's it. Oh, he saw mommy cry. That is such a good boy. And you see how much your son loves his mom?
Oh, yes.
And now you've got to make this right. Do you understand?
Yes.
It's on you.
I got you.